Hey, I'm Angela Walters, and I just have one question for you. Are you ready for a challenge? My first free motion challenge quilting along went so well, I decided it's time to do a second. This challenge is going to be just a little bit different than the previous one. Instead of using a pieced quilt top, we're going to be using a panel. Now the panel is not required for the challenge, and if we happen to sell out, don't worry, you can definitely still participate. The videos will be here on YouTube, but you want to make sure you subscribe for the email newsletter because that's where I send out the quilting diagrams and the tips and tricks that go with each video. We'll be talking about feathers. We'll learn 2 different types of feathers as well as different ways to fit them in an area. We'll also talk about things like echoing and filler to highlight or hide our motifs. It's going to be a lot of fun. Now let me tell you about some supplies that you might need. Now if you've already participated in prior challenges, chances are you already have these. They're not required. These are just things that I like to use. First of all, you'll probably notice that I'll be wearing gloves during the tutorial. I like to have my hands on that quilt and really grip it, so those are one of my favorite products to use. Also, think about getting some titanium needles. These are a little bit stronger because they're coated in titanium and they just seem to make the whole process better. A marking utensil of some sort. So we're going to be talking about how to make sure that your feathers fit where you want them to fit and how those petals go out where we want them to go. So some kind of marking utensil. Here is the panel we'll be working with. These big beautiful swirls right down the center will be the perfect place to learn our feathers. Then we'll work out in the background area and we'll learn about how to fit feathers around in irregular shapes, but we'll also learn how to make them look like they're going behind certain elements. This panel is 1.5 yards long, just long enough for us to feel like we have accomplished a little quilt, but not so big that it seems daunting. So if you don't want to get the panel, just go ahead and cut yourself 1.5 yards of fabric and make yourself a quilt sandwich. But if you would like the panel, I have it available in a kit with the panel, backing, and binding, everything you need to make your quilt. So you can find the information about that in the description box below. Before we can get to quilting, we have to pick out a thread color, right? Now, it's no coincidence I have these 4 colors pulled out. I happen to pick these as a collection that goes with the panel. If you want to join the challenge and learn how to quilt feathers, just check out the description box below. I have all the information about that down there. And if you have any questions, just leave it in the comments below. I'd love to give my opinion because I am the expert of my opinion. I'll see you on May 14th where we finally work on feathers. Happy quilting!